Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to show you a super quick and easy birthday card idea using your Big Shot and your Birthday Blooms stamp set, and then the layering circles framelits dies. I use these all the time. This is one of the best investments that I ever made. My card base is going to be Whisper White. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at the 4.25 mark. That's going to be my card base. And to that, I'm going to add a layer of Tranquil Tide. I'll have the measurements over on my blog, so you can hop on over there and write those down if you want to make this card at home. Now I've cut this just 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way around because I don't want a lot of white showing. I want more of the Tranquil Tide. The next thing I'm going to do is add a layer of the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. I love the jewel tone colors in this paper. I just think they're beautiful. Caught my eye right away, and it was the first pack of Designer Series paper that I bought in the new annual catalog. So that's ready to go. Now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping and die cutting. I have just a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to use my Tranquil Tide ink, and I'm going to ink up the stamp that says Happiest of Birthdays to You. I'm going to stamp that down in the center. There we go. And then I have one of these circle dies that will go perfectly around the stamped image. My sandwich is the magnetic platform, bottom standard cutting pad, my cardstock that I've stamped, and the die on top of it. I always stamp first and then do the die cutting. So if I stamp a bit crooked, I can adjust when I put my die on top. And then I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. There we go. My circle is ready. Oops. And now I am going to adhere that to my card front, and I'm going to use a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. You don't need to use a lot of these because they're very sticky. Now I could have, if I wanted to bump this card up a little bit, I could do a couple of other things. I could have stamped a little bit of an image on the background. For example, I could have used these little dots and my Versamark ink, or I could have added a layer underneath my stamped layer. So maybe a scallop layer underneath or a larger circle, or I could have made this a plain white layer, a scallop layer. I'm just going to keep it plain and simple. And then my final touch is I'm going to take a piece of Tranquil Tide ribbon. I always leave my ribbon on the bolt, and then I tie my bow. If you want, I have a video on how I tie my bows, so you can check that out over on my YouTube channel, like so. And then I have a special pair of ribbon cutting scissors that I only use for ribbon and thread, and that way they always stay nice and sharp. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit tighter, and then I am going to bring in my mini glue dots, and I'm going to attach my bow using a mini glue dot. So I'm going to press the knot on, pull it off, and it brings the mini dot right with it. And then I'm going to press it down, and that will complete my card. There we go. For a list of the supplies that I used and the measurement for the cardstock layers, please visit my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. While you're over on my blog, don't forget to subscribe to my free newsletters. I send a newsletter each week, and I'll show a project idea that you won't see anywhere else. You can also place an order for the products I use to make this card by using the Shop Now button on my blog. I'm Terry. I'm nuts about stamping. I hope you stamp something beautiful today too. Bye for now.